Man, we got a special guest, man. We got a bad man in the studio. I had to dap him up because he was looking like $1,000,000. I was like, maybe some of that money will rub off on me.
Smells like $1,000,000 too.
Smell like $1,000,000. Maybe some of that will rub off. Maybe, $1,000,000 will show up in my bank account.
I'll take a couple dollars, honestly, at this point.
I'll take it. Look, let me intro. The Maestro, a Charlotte native and an award-winning saxophonist, pianist, songwriter, producer. He has created a unique sound that blends jazz, hip-hop, soul, and providing, listeners with an extraordinary experience, a cornerstone of Charlotte's music scene. Soon, he'll present Smooth, the sounds of D'Angelo, in which he wrote, arranged, conducted with a 12-piece orchestra. Welcome, Harvey Cummings II, man. Woo!
What's going on?
Oh, I didn't even get through really your resume.
What can't you do?
Oh, man.
I didn't even really go fully down the resume.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, man. It's still something. You want me to keep going on the resume? No, I'm not.
I'm in for a good time.
He's playing shy brother role. You know what I'm saying?
Man, I'm just glad to be here with y'all. How you doing?
Man, how are you doing today?
I'm blessed, man. Tired from writing, though. I'm scoring. I'm still scoring right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm putting all the parts in. I'm making sure the viola parts and everything are like in sync with everything else. So that's what I'm doing right now. But just happy to be outside. I'm glad to be doing a show for Charlotte. So, yeah.
And from Charlotte, when you hear cornerstone of Charlotte's music scene, for you, what comes to mind? How do you feel about that?
I've been doing this a long time. I'm a product of the environment. I come from, the greats that came before me, Michael Porter, Gary Mumford. These are cats that was in The Color Purple. Remember the scene when they were leaving the juke joint? And they went straight to the church.
Yeah.
They filmed that movie outside of Monroe.
Yeah.
These are all, the guys I come after. So I'm just doing what I'm supposed to be doing, man. And I'm here to help lift this music scene and do something different. So
who were your early influences? I know you speak highly of your mother and your father.
Mother, father, family, but musically, early age, Paul Hardcastle, Michael Jackson, Quincy Jones. Then I got into rap and then Dilla, Tribe, Outkast, Jay-Z, all that. And just everything. It's all what makes, yeah.
Listening to your stuff, and I go down this rabbit hole every few months, but I'm like, man, and maybe you have worked with this artist. Okay. Rest in peace. Guru, Gangstar.
Love Razzmatazz.
Yeah. I'm like,
Guru's dope. He's up there. He's up there with it. He's a musical guy.
I'm like, man, I could see Harvey.
His samples, his way of doing everything to this day. So.
It's like the stuff. It ages.
Yeah. Guru, Madlib, all those cats that came up in that era. Dilla.
Yeah.
It was like we grew up listening to it. We knew what songs we liked as a kid, and then we learned later, they produced that. That's why I like this song, because it has that certain, so.
And for me, it was Dilla, but also, Knife Wonder, man.
Knife. So Knife is.
Oh my God.
Knife's been there for me. Knife got me my first, I guess, big break. Right out of college, man. We did the Boondocks together. The Boondocks on Cartoon Network. He's the one that pulled me and my guys, and we pretty much did the soundtrack for seasons 2 and 3.
Probably the best seasons. I'm just saying.
Nah, it's the scene where granddad's going on dates.
Yeah.
Meeting the girls on MySpace, but they're showing up to the crib not looking like what they're looking like. Right. That's me back there just doing some. But those are actually live Ninth Wonder renditions. Knife was orchestrating that. Then I've seen Knife from. I was at North Carolina Central the same time that he left to go to New York, right after he was on the Black Album. So I've seen Knife's just projection, just from the jump, from Little Brother to where he is now.
And he talks about that piece too, because it was around that time he worked with Destiny's Child.
Yeah, that was it. It was the 1-2 hit. It was he did Threat on the Black Album. And then he did Girl.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
And that was the one. That's the one that did it. And he did Mary J. Blige and a whole bunch of stuff. And it's all coming back full fruition now. He's graduating from North Carolina Central this weekend.
Congrats to Ninth Wonder.
Congrats to you, Ninth. Love you, man.
Is it true? And this piece is, and I promise we're gonna get to the show next week. You have a show tonight too, right?
I mean,
you booked and busy.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. But we'll get to the show next week.
Okay.
In a little bit. But is it true that college was paid for? And this is close to my heart because this guy, man, statue in downtown High Point, John Coltrane's family, paid for college.
Yeah.
Oh, can you give us that story? I love John Coltrane.
I love Coltrane too. I was the national recipient for the Coltrane Scholarship that year.
Wow.
It was a scholarship it was the national thing. And I remember being in 10th grade. I remember being like 15, 16 years old and recording on a VHS. Hey, my name is Harvey Cummings. I'm performing Moment's Notice by John Coltrane. I'm performing, Countdown or Giant Steps and all these different songs. And out of the whole country, I was the big winner.
John,
yeah.
You could. I told somebody recently, a friend recently, you can feel God in his music.
That's what he wanted.
It was spiritual.
He didn't think that at first until he went to, because like you got to be an artist. You got to take like some big voyage or some big pilgrimage like somewhere. So he went to India and just came back and was like, all right. This is what my instrument is made for. So, yeah.
Another guy spiritually connected, D'Angelo.
Oh yeah, same lineage.
Oh man,
it's the same bloodline. It's the same from that.
I don't want to say why. Why do this set on D'Angelo? Because I feel like the obvious. But how did you land on D'Angelo?
I was talking to Mike Kitchen. He came up to me and was like, Harv, man, I think we should do like a D'Angelo something. And I was like, okay, you already know. I love D'Angelo. He just passed, and this is a good way to just commemorate. Because I know a lot of people did a lot of tributes and everything, but let's give him the proper due. The initial plan was due on his birthday in February, and just scheduling things like that. But he was like, yo, what if we put like the whole orchestra to it? What if we put like strings and everything, and if you can arrange and score that? And I was like, that's something I do, because they, I worked with the Charlotte Symphony last year. I incorporated a live hip hop set, like down south crunk music, Bone Crusher, Lil Jon, Plies, all this with the Charlotte Symphony.
You talking my era, man. Come on, man.
Shout out to Winston Robinson. Shout out to Wilmo making that.
Oh,
happen,
man. Who's been here in the studio?
Come on, that's what I'm saying. That sounds like a brainchild of his. I took a mix from DJ Butterfingers, Power 98. And he made like an hour-long mix of just the best down south southern stuff, And I added strings to it. I added the strings and the orchestra and the trumpets and the drum, just the whole thing, just to fuse that together. This was in partnership with the West Side, because the Charlotte Symphony has a mobile stage. You know what I'm saying? So we were able to go into that community and give them that. You know what I'm saying? It's our way to be diverse, because usually if people want to be diverse in music, they go straight to Motown, which is cool. It's safe. It's Motown. We love Motown, but there's other music that we grew up on.
Stuff that like hip hop in the early 2000s, late 90s. There's not really a home for it, especially like on radio.
It's getting the love it deserves now.
Like you're like 97.1. I'm from the High Point Greensboro area, so that was the R&B station. Yeah, they just started playing hip hop. Like
just started.
Yeah,
they say because the sound is changing, because the R&B sound is hip hop. And the hip hop sound is R&B.
That's where the samples are.
Oh man, it's always been jazz. They pulled it from jazz, which pulls it from gospel, which pulls it. It's all the same, man. That's what it's all in the same lineage.
What do you want folks to walk away from this show at the Carolina Theater next Friday, May 16th? We have it up right here on the screen. You see it right here.
Yeah, man.
Smooth, the sounds of D'Angelo. What do you want folks to walk away from?
I want people to walk away feeling and knowing that there are some dope musicians in this city. That Charlotte is just a breeding ground for just dopeness and the best talent in this country, man. I'm just looking at it, but I just want people to come out and know that, like I said, like these people are talented. Come out feeling good, rejuvenated, because it's D'Angelo's music. I got the show broken up into 3, acts. Like act 1 is the soul. It's all the good songs, the slow stuff, Cruising and Really Love and Send It On and things like that. And then we go into this second phase that's called the drum or the rhythm. And that's when we get into like chicken grease and Spanish joint and all that stuff. And then the third phase is called the love, and that's when we break it into like Africa and how does it feel and those real, prominent songs in him. I just want it's gonna take people to church. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause he was definitely Pentecostal in the music. It's gonna be like, I ain't gonna say it's gonna be like seeing him live, but you're gonna just definitely appreciate everything that he's done. And it's like we've heard these songs plenty of times before, but not to this degree with the strings and the different things. So
Chicken Grease, almost a Common beat. I think Common almost. I think they swap beats. I believe.
They swap beats,
which is crazy.
Because it sounds like something he would. Because it fits.
Yeah.
And if you listen to it, he's actually rhyming like Common.
And I'm like, and I hear when I heard the story, I hear the song differently now. I'm like, okay, I hear it differently.
We're doing Chicken Grease. Yeah, we're doing Chicken Grease.
You're also doing Africa, which I've always loved that song, but we got a chance to speak with. It's my favorite song now too. We spoke with Anthony Hamilton right after D'Angelo passed away, and Anthony Hamilton was like, I had my first son around that time, and then you listen to the song, you're like, oh man,
deep song.
And then it's the last song on Voodoo.
It's the last song because Voodoo is such a heavy album.
Yeah,
you feel me? It's a lot of ribbon, and just for him to end the album that way. So yeah.
Oh man, it's such a beautiful song.
Africa. And, shouts out to Nero Tyndall the Fourth. Man, he's a phenomenal singer, guitarist, musician. He went to Berkeley, real dope. He's our guitarist, and he's doing a lot of the vocals, man. And it's just like he was the first call I did. You know what I'm saying? When I found out about this, because I was like, this is catered around you, bro. This is it. You know what I'm saying? So, shouts out to him. Shouts out to the rest of the ensemble. But just man.
Did you get a chance to meet D'Angelo at all, or work with him, or even be within distance?
I mean, distance is like the the degree of separation.
Yeah.
One of my best friends is Kenneth Whalum.
Okay.
And if that rings a bell, he was the saxophonist for D'Angelo. He was on the last tour. Him and Keon Harold.
Oh man, the legend Keon Harold.
Those were the last two. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
They were part of the vanguard, and just even when we had these talks and stuff like that, it's just he reminds me of just like how his work ethic was, like D'Angelo's work ethic. Like those rehearsals. He would tell me about those rehearsals, how everything had to be. And it's just like you look at those recordings from like the Red Sea Festival and Notre Dame and things like that, Bonnaroo. So, yeah.
Man, special. I mean, that's a once in a generation artist.
Man, he's one of those artists that I think people appreciate it too late or later in his career, especially like his last album.
Oh man,
that last one was because it's hard to be consistent and have bodies of work that are equally as 3 for 3.
3 for 3 that's hard.
It's crazy. It's hard. People don't do that.
Prince didn't even go 3 for 3. I mean,
I mean,
granted, he cranked out a lot of music. Yeah, I mean, I'm not trying to compare.
Prince had to work for that first one. His first couple albums were shaky. Let's just say it. His first, he was getting into it. But by that third album, boy, he was in his bag. It's like, yeah.
I mean, you think about it. Prince was coming out. We were coming out of the disco era.
Yes.
He was trying to separate himself from funk and disco. I mean, he notoriously, I forgot who said it, wasn't trying to be like Earth, Wind, and Fire.
No.
So trying to find. You could hear it. You're trying to find.
It was the only thing out of Minneapolis.
Yeah.
Like I said, just getting it, and then the whole him and Rick James.
Oh man,
Just yeah.
Jimmy Jam, Terry Lewis,
Jimmy Jam, all that. We
All that.
birthed out all that,
Mhm.
man. And it's just like, yeah. So that's how this show started. Because, like I said, I worked with Mike Kitchen when Prince passed. We did a series called Purple Note. Like how you got Blue Note, for jazz. It was called Purple Note. And I took, Prince stuff and I arranged it for jazz. Now we did that for numerous years. We did Purple Note 1, 2, and 3. First note was more, straight ahead stuff. Second time was more funky bass. I had like Adrian Crutchfield with me and different people.
Another Charlotte native.
Yeah, man, homie. So I got to tap into the people, man. Like Charlotte is Charlotte. And that's what makes Charlotte beautiful. Like we tap in. We do tap in. So.
Oh man. Look, man, we have the incredible Harvey Cummings II here in studio. Make sure you check it out. Do we still have the flyer, Carlene? Let's pull it up. All right. May 16th, 8 p.m. Tickets still available? Are
tickets still available? All right, so check this out. Right. This is, right now, this is Friday of Mother's Day weekend. From the Friday to Sunday, I think we're doing 25% off tickets for Mother's Day weekend right now. So
look, that you can't beat that because gas prices going up now.
You can. I'm saying the price of everything, the price of these shows. And like I said, this is a 13-piece ensemble. You look at how much you're paying for like Bruno or for these other artists and everything else. Like,
call them out.
For something local, I hate using the word local, but just stuff based in Charlotte.
Yeah.
This is good, man. This is good. This is right under the realms of what you would do for like the Fillmore or anywhere else. So yeah, man, I was trying to get them Bruno tickets. I checked day of and found some, for reasonable, but it was already, the show was about to start. And I was,
that's where they get you. It's reasonable win.
It's reasonable win, but
50,
I know that. No, but that's good because the ticket should be that much because you're putting on a show. You're putting on a really good performance. You know what I'm saying? People rehearse and they, it's the work you don't see. We see how tour stuff goes. We see like documentaries like Beyonce and things like that. But yeah, man.
Harvey Cummings II, man.
Yeah,
Brother, I appreciate you for coming in.
I appreciate y'all for having me.
Man, always a pleasure. You're always welcome back here in the studio.
I bet.
I like to call this the neighborhood, so you're welcome back to the neighborhood, man.
I'll probably be dressed a little different next time. But, yeah, man.
Again, thank you for stopping by. Make sure you get your ticket now because we want to support this brother. He's doing great things. And support great music, man. Support Charlotte, man.
That's really it. That's what you're doing. You're supporting music. You're supporting Charlotte. And stick by. We'll have an after party. We're having all that. So
I say less. They said after party. You probably sold a few more tickets saying after party.